Let's imagine that it's a hot summer day and you're feeling adventurous. You decide to go cliff jumping, but before you can make it to the edge, you have a serious tumble. By the time you come to a stop, you have a fractured sternum and a gashed foot. These injuries are serious enough to make sure that you're not taking the plunge. Unfortunately, our laying hens aren't so lucky, oftentimes plagued by injuries to their sternum, like keelbone fracture, or injuries to their foot pad, like foot pad dermatitis. These hens don't have the choice to climb down from the cliff's edge, and they must take the jump in order to access resources like food and water. This research looked to investigate how these injury statuses influence the landing velocity of laying hens. We predicted that hens with foot pad dermatitis would have a significantly decreased landing velocity because they work hard to slow themselves and avoid a large force being applied to their site of injury. And we predicted that hens with keelbone fracture would have a significantly increased landing velocity because of a reluctance to use the major flight muscles that anchor to their fractured keelbone. Research was conducted with 22 laying hens, 8 hens with foot pad dermatitis, 8 hens with keelbone fracture, and 6 healthy, non-injured hens. Hens were repeatedly dropped from 30 centimeters onto force plates, which outputted data that allowed us to calculate the landing velocities of each hen. The results were incredibly exciting and tended towards our predictions. We found that hens with keelbone fracture had a significantly increased landing velocity over hens with foot pad dermatitis, though neither injury status's landing velocity differed significantly from the healthy, non-injured hens. Now, regardless of injury status, what we really found is that these hens are landing at tremendous and dangerous velocities. We recorded velocities of upwards of 2.3 meters per second, while other literature has seen velocities closer to 4 meters per second. This represents the hen landing with a force of 4 times its own body weight. Shockingly, when humans are dropped from 30 centimeters, they land with a force closer to 3.6 times their body weight, indicating that me, a flightless, featherless mammal, is more capable of absorbing the force of landing than our feathered friends. Now, if I were to be going cliff jumping right now with a fractured sternum and a gash on my foot, it would be immensely painful, and the same is true for our laying hens, who are landing far too quickly and oftentimes with injuries. These results only become more important when we consider that hens are being transitioned into more three-dimensional environments where jumping and landing is a necessity.